stops. It seems like oftentimes everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And sometimes you do have a tendency to feel alone. But how many of you know that God said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, even until the end of the age? And he is a word keeper.
Yes, he is.
He is a promise keeper. And everything that he has told us, he has done, and he is still doing it. There are things that are going to come to pass in the future, but right now we're concerned with the present. Because we know, and I know personally as a pastor, I know that there's many of you right now, you're going through some sort of situation, and it seems like it's never ending. A never ending story. Well, you got to understand that God does not allow you to go to something that he doesn't bring you through.
Amen. Amen.
Open your Bibles, if you will, to Romans, the 8th chapter. It's a very, very well-known verse of scripture. Romans 8:28. In fact, it is the verse that you a conqueror, but you are more than a conqueror. So that means that you can never lose. That's what eternal security is all about. It's about placing us in positions that cannot be compromised by us or the devil.
Amen.
And it does not matter about how we feel. Because see, your security is not based on how you feel, it's based on what God says.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
And Paul says here, and we know that all things work together for good, for them that love God, to them that are the called according to his purpose. And you have to understand here that there's some prerequisites going on here. First of all, he said we know that all things work together for them that love God. So it means that God has to be in a position in your life. He has to be in the preeminent position in your. In other words, nothing can be more important than God. So we love God, and because of that, his purpose is accomplished in our lives, not our purpose. And we make a mistake there. I remember when I first read that verse some 30 years ago, I read one thing, but I interpreted another. I read, for we know that all things work together for the good, for them that love God, for those that are called according to his purpose. But I interpreted, for we know that all things, or some things rather, work together for the good. And those good things, I was saying that nothing but good things work together. But how many of you know that when it says all things, that's good, bad, and indifferent? Because whatever happens in your life, whatever God allows to happen in your life, it's working together for your good.
Amen.
You short of finances, it's working together for your good. You're dealing with some physical issues, it's working together for your good. Sometimes you feel beat down emotionally and mentally, it's working together for your good. Friends turn their back on you, it's working together
yes,
for
come
your
on,
good.
Pastor, yes.
All things are working together for your good,
yes.
Because God is trying to bring us to a point of finality when we see that nothing can supersede his love for us. Nothing can come between us and God. And in order for you to know that all things are working together for your good, you got to go through some stuff.
Come on, Pastor.
You have to experience some things. How do you know about suffering if you never suffered? How do you know about lack if you've never lacked? How do you know about being broke if you've never been broke? How do you know about not being loved if you've never been loved? How do you know about being cherished and accepted if you've never been cherished and accepted? See, you have to go through these things in order for you to understand the nature of God's love for us. Now, are some things that we have to come to grips with. Well, first of all, you have to understand that waiting can be difficult. But wait anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, waiting can't, because we're not geared. Our flesh is not geared for us to truly be patient in our waiting, patient in our going through. I remember when I was going through with health problems some years ago, 2 years seemed like an eternity. Every time it seemed like I was that God was healing me on one side, something else went wrong. Every time one doctor said, okay, you're getting better right in this area, another doctor told me, said, well, you got to deal with this over here in this area. But how many of you know that through it all, I learned one thing. I learned that God's word is true. He will never leave you nor forsake you, even until the end of the world. There were times that all I could do was scream because of the pain that was in my body. But I knew that God was there, and all I could say was, this too shall pass.
Yes.
This too shall pass.
Shall pass.
This too shall pass.
Yes.
And I want to tell you, it passed.
Yes.
But you have to be willing to wait patiently. And the word lets us know exactly what happened. Turn, if you will, to Matthew